Say it with meaning. If we keep doing what we're doing, we're going to keep getting what we're getting. Stephen Covey. I'm a really big fan of this chapter because my father-in-law used to say to me, when we do a job, and he was very handy, and he taught me to be handy, that if you have the right tool, any job is simple. And say it with meaning to me is my tool chest of really important things I've learned over my life that I can pull out whenever I need to. There's a whole range of different thoughts that I've got. One came from Christopher, who I met 21 years ago, and he taught me about dream big. And dream big features big in my life. Always think the big picture. Always think what can be achieved. Always look for the positive, the big horizon that you can have. 5-step planning process. A way to know where we are. Why are we here? Where do we want to go? How are we going to get there? Are we getting there? Quality saves. Always invest in good things. Always spend the money to get the upfront right result. Sunk cost. Don't worry about what you spent yesterday. It doesn't matter tomorrow. All sorts of these sayings that I've built up in my head that help me analyze every situation. When I'm in a meeting and people are talking, my brain's going through quality saves. That sunk cost. It doesn't matter that we've already spent that much on that. What's the process of how do we do this? What's the 5 steps to get this implemented? How hard would it be? Seek first to understand. When I came into real estate, our people just sat there and they opened up a folder and they just presented page after page after page after page. There was no questions. There was no seek first to understand. That was my major message to Fletcher's when I first got there. Seek first to understand before trying to be understood. Super, super powerful. There's all sorts of those in there. And the more you have in your tool chest, the more you teach your children to have in their tool chest to be able to analyze the situation by having some good tools up here when things come up, the more successful they'll be. Because remember, every single day, we are presented with this decision tree where we hit the fork in the road. We either go left or we go right. Which way do we go? And I'll tell you what, by having some really good definition in your head, and we'll talk about values later, but by having some really good definitions in your head, it enables you to stand there for a minute, think about how significant this fork is or not, and what should I do based on what I know. Not just take random, I'll go left or I'll go right, which, to be frank, I think so many people do. The key is understanding how significant is this fork in the road. How much of a difference in my life is it going to make if I go left or I go right? And remember, we probably face, I think they say we face, 300 or 400 of these a day. Decision points where we decide whether we're going to wear that, wear this, do that, go that, drive this way, go that way, all day long. Some of them are insignificant, some are quite significant. So just before I finish, just to sum up, life begins by being a good person. Whether or not it's your man or woman, a good woman, to be the best that you can possibly be is that cornerstone for having your brilliant life. It gives you that opportunity to then go on to do the next chapters that might be in your life. And it's not for everyone. Not everybody wants to have a relationship or everyone wants to have children, that's fine. But for those who do, this is the way I've written the book because that's what I've always wanted. So a great dad